Hello Guardians, in my last video I showed off around 100 new screenshots for weapons and armor, and I talked a bit about the fallen weaponry that was within those screenshots, suggesting that we might be able to use them. Well, there are also a few other weapons that took my interest which appear to have some sort of weapon shader on them, and weapon shaders is something a lot of people have been requesting, and so far it seems like every request has been answered. So weapon shaders seem like something they'd want to answer as well, and fix that for us. So there are two that took my interest the most, one of which being a sniper. It's a bit of a hit and miss one. The only reason I say the sniper is because it doesn't follow any of the faction's colour schemes. It's not New Monarchy, it's not Future War Cult, it's not Dead Orbit, and it's not Crucible or Vanguard either. But that's pretty much all I got on that one. The colours of it are just completely off. It's not any of those factions. Now there is another one that is much more important than a lot of people have picked up on, and that is a gun that looks identical to the Fang of Eyut from the Croat's End raid. The Fang of Eyut is a scout rifle, and its normal colour's more of a grey type, but then this image that they've shown is more of a browny orange. So I highly doubt that they would reskin a raid weapon and reuse it, because raid weapons are supposed to be unique. They don't get used again. There is only one raid weapon of each type, and that's just how it is. So for it to be a different colour really does suggest it's been reskinned with a new armor shader. I mean, weapon shader, not armor shader. There is one store in particular that seems to have 5 different shaders. I think it's the Fallen Vandal guy. That one has 5 different shaders, and I think those might actually be weapon shaders because they're not specified directly as armor shaders. I know, don't follow my word on that completely, but this is very hit and miss. It's all very hit and miss. But I'd like to suggest something else. No one else has really said this, but it's, long shot with this, but it could be some sort of evolving weapon type. Like, if you go into the Prison of Elders and you're using these old raid weapons, the Prison of Elders isn't directly a raid itself, but being the new highest level content, when you take your raid weapons in, maybe they can sort of evolve and upgrade in there. Like the same way we had the ship that you got from the Vault of Glass, and then the one from Crota's End looks like the one from Vault of Glass, except it's sort of got all hive spikes and stuff on it. So, like, the weapons will change throughout each raid and each endgame activity. So it'll go from being a Vault of Glass weapon to a Crota's End weapon, and then it's going to get Fallen all over. Because the brownie colour is very similar to the sort of colour the Fallen would use. I think this is highly unlikely. I just wanted to put my own spin on it a little bit, because I think it'd be really cool if the weapon did evolve to, like, follow Fallen architecture as well. And then we'd also in the future get Cabal and whatnot as well, and all these little bits to create one final endgame weapon of everything combined into one. I just think it'd be really cool. So yeah, that's pretty much it. That's all I wanted to say. 2 weapons that appear to be shaded, one being a sniper that looks very similar to the LDR 5001, I think it's called, and another one that is the Fang of Eyut, except a different colour. And it is literally the exact same weapon model. You can put them side by side and they are the same weapon. So yeah, weapon shaders, I don't know, maybe it's only for raid weapons, because to make weapon shaders for every single weapon in the game, including uncommons and rares and everything, that would take a lot of time to do. Yeah, weapon shaders, everybody wanted them. That's pretty much all I wanted to say. Thank you very much for watching. Destined over and out, Guardians.